All right. Hello, hello. We're going to try this again. Working through some variables this morning. I'm psychic medium Samantha Faye. I'm so thankful, so happy to be here with you, and I'm just going to go ahead and start by taking a couple nice big deep breaths. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me. Thank you for tuning in. Hello, Miss Audie. So thankful, so happy that you are here. Welcome, Miss Kayla. Let me know, how's the sound? Switch devices. All right. Hi, Starla. Miss Sophia. Grace, hello. Welcome, welcome. It's working great now. Beautiful. Thank you all for sticking with me. Welcome. Seeing some new names here. Hi, Steph. Hearing loud and clear. Beautiful. Shannon, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, Patty. I love the energy that you are bringing to Happy Empowered Empaths. Thank you for what you are sharing in your breakthroughs. I can actually see your energy changing. It's shifting. And I'm sure, there's all sorts of things that happen with us throughout the course of a month, but I'm so thankful, so happy to see you shifting, moving, grooving, and growing. Beautiful. Okay, so I've been on an adventure in this last week, which has been quite exciting. And during that adventure, I thought that I would be home by now, but alas, I am still adventuring. So I am actually using a borrowed deck. This is a deck that I have never even seen before, never used before. So we're going to go on a Transformational Tuesday adventure, mixing it up a little bit, throwing a little curveball here. So this is the deck of the Gene Keys, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Gene Keys. I'm vaguely familiar. I've kind of dipped my toe in. I do listen to a few of the seals on SoundCloud. You can find them, Richard Rudd. It's an incredible resource for us in learning about our own creation, our own kind of predisposition and disposition of things based also on where we're born and all sorts of, I'm not even going to try to explain because I don't know that much about it. But what I am going to say is that we're going to dive into using these cards. We're going to bring the magic of the Gene Keys into Transformational Tuesday. I'm going to turn on my intuitive awareness and bring through some channeled messages. And we're just going to see what happens. Are we all down? Are we all ready for a little bit of a Transformational Tuesday adventure? Rolling with the punches these days? All right, so let's all take a nice big deep breath in. Connecting your root chakra all the way down into the center of the planet. Beautiful. So as we call in divine truth and love into this sacred space, we invoke the highest possible healing for each and every viewer, replayer, and myself. We ask for the courage and compassion to speak and to hear from the purest form of self-love and forgiveness to all involved. Beautiful. So go ahead and set your intention. Set your intention for what it is that you would like to receive out of this connection that we're sharing today, what it is that you would like to work through, what it is that you would like to work on, what area of your life would you like a little bit of clarity on. And as you hold that intention gently and unattached in your hands, in your heart, let's go ahead and see what cards come through. All right, we had one that came out pretty quickly, and I'm just going to pick them one at a time. All right, so we have the final revelation. Revelation, mindfulness, and the shadow side of this is forgetting. So we have the channel of evaluation, the sacrifice, the ring of trials. And I'll go ahead and show you the card here. I didn't flip the screen, so I hope that you can see it here. We also have the number 33. Those of you that are familiar with the Zodiac, and for the I Ching. So there's a lot going on here in this card, and I'm just going to kind of hold it up, let you soak it in, as I also allow myself to tune into the energy of what it is that this card is bringing to us and for us. Oh, beautiful. I love the message that I'm getting here. All right, so what I'm seeing here is the revelation here between mindfulness and forgetfulness, or forgetting, is that in our composition of our mind, body, and spirit, for those of you who are very heady, who are very intellectual, who are very much in your head, that use your intelligence to simulate thoughts, intelligence to make decisions, and logic to get you from point A to point B, a lot of this is where you get caught up in not allowing yourself to feel. And so that is it's almost like a distraction. It's almost like a detachment. It's a dissociation. So when you're allowing yourself to feel, when you're allowing yourself to get into your heart space, what has to happen is a certain level of forgetting. It's forgetting what it is that's there, that's going on in your world, that's going on in your life. That certain aspect, that little piece of forgetting, is actually going to be what gives you the vacation from your thoughts. Because as you're sitting there spinning your wheels in your thoughts, and you're spinning your wheels in your thoughts, and nothing's really going anywhere, and you want things to be different than they are, and you're spinning your wheels in your thoughts, and things aren't really changing, then you have to forget about it. You have to get your mind off of things. You have to move through by actually letting go. So when you let go and you pull these things out of your brain, and you literally can just like pull them out of your head, you can do what I like to do. I sometimes like to visualize myself with like a golden pressure washer inside of my head, clearing out the inside of my head. There's all sorts of different visualization techniques that I share in a lot of my meditations as to ways that we can clear out our head. So we have the mindfulness, which of course in and of itself can be a positive thing and can also be a shadow aspect or a shadow attribution as well. Now the forgetting, as we know, can also have a light side and a shadow side as well. But in this case, you can leverage your ability to forget. You can leverage your ability to not see or not remember the things that are holding you back, that are keeping you stuck. And as you step into that place of forgetting, you actually will be able to let your heart space, the consciousness of your heart, which has so much intelligence. We think consciousness, we think, oh, what's a spiritual awakening? I am now conscious. I am now aware. I am now remembered why I'm here. There is another level to that, and that other level to that is your heart-centered awareness. It is that consciousness inside of your heart that's going to help you step through and break out of what has been keeping you stuck in your head that you haven't been able to shift through. If you come to something from a space inside of your heart that's going to allow that energy to come through in a different way, it can actually break through what's going on in your head from the inside out, and it comes from being in that space of being connected in with your heart. Beautiful. So let's go ahead and see what the next card is, see what is here for us to tune into again. And like I said, I'm just going to wait until one card pops its way out. There it is. Beautiful. All right. So we have another card here. And like I said, again, I'm just going to kind of hold it up, let you soak it in. I know that it's backwards, but just tune into the energy of it. So we have virtue, guidance, and division. Virtue, guidance, and division. Beautiful. So I'm going to give you a minute to soak in the card. I'm going to give myself a minute to connect in with the energy of what is the message that is here for us. Beautiful. So some people appreciate and love the concept of we are all one. We are mirrored aspects of each other and ourselves, that nothing is separate, because we are all also one in the same. We are individual cells living on the organism of Earth, yet at the same time we are all connected in that way, that we are all on one planet, that we are unified. That is the underlying tone. The one thing that will forever and always connect the human race, the animal kingdom, the plant kingdom, the consciousness of any and all living organisms, the consciousness of organisms outside of body, in connection to all of these energetic frequencies, in connection to all of these energetic realities, there is a virtue that we connect in with. There is a virtue of our heart space that knows no boundaries, that knows no limits, that knows no conditions to love. Yet through our life experience of our soul, our spirit, and our own intelligence, we choose to put blocks around, we choose to separate, we choose to compartmentalize how and when and why we are able to give the full experience, a full dose of love. Allow love to guide your path. This is the guidance system that will lead you to the path of experiencing a life of open-heartedness, of connection, of bliss, of ease, where you become untouchable. Untouchable by pain, untouchable by excruciating sadness or depression. The key here is in allowing yourself to open. The shadow side here is also in division. The shadow side of division is, we've seen it here on the planet in experiences of war, is the concept or the idea of divide and conquer. But when we allow ourselves to move through and divide only with the intelligence and only with the design or the dream or the will to be able to move through in that concept of division, that the concept of division is here and exists here to allow us room and space to get back into our space of mindfulness while simultaneously forgetting some of the pain that has been caused, some of the excruciating experiences that we have been through, to allow yourself to come back to the guidance center of your heart, the virtue of your heart. Where do you want to be? What kind of day do you want to have? What kind of relationships do you want to experience? All of that coming in through and to the space inside of your heart that is going to set you free in that way. Beautiful. So I'm going to keep moving on. I know that these cards have so much juicy information that I want to make sure that we keep this short and sweet. Well, there it is. There it is. There it is. All right. I love this. We have liberation, dynamism. How do we say that? Provocation. All right, so the liberation, the dynamism, and the provocation. There we go. We have the card 39 here. Go ahead and take a moment to soak this up. We have the channel of romance. The program partner is honor. And the way that the gene keys work, there's like a map of how all of these things fit together. So there are counterbalances to all of this. It's actually quite complex. So we're really, really simplifying it and bringing it into, just basically little bite-sized digestible chunks so that we can actually bring them in, consume the message, and then integrate and actually bring it into our world, into our daily life. Have you ever had the experience where you've been so overwhelmed with information that you haven't been able to actually do anything with it or actually do anything to consume or integrate or implement anything in that way? So instead we have the liberation, the dynamism, and the provocation. Beautiful. So as we're looking into this and as you're feeling into this card, I know that some of you are already having your own revelations. You're already tuning into it. You're already seeing, okay, well, I see how these 3 words, even if we just bring these 3 words into your world, you're already seeing how you're relating to them. And that is a beautiful thing. Allow yourself to tune into that. And as you tune into seeing how these relate to and for you, and again, I'm sorry that I didn't flip the screen today, but here we are. All right. So I'm getting here that the message here has everything to do with your root chakra. The liberation here in your root chakra has to do with finding home wherever it is that you be, wherever it is that you are. The liberation in that experience that your body is your home, that your temple is your home, that you always have everything it is that you need right here in your home space. Your home space is your home body. It is your physical temple. It is your beingness here. And so as you are in that space and you connect with and identify that home is not where your things are, home is not where your lover is, home is not where these different aspects of yourself are, home is where your physical body is, your temple. And in that connection to your root chakra, you can really anchor yourself into Mama Gaia, Mother Earth, and allow her to support you and allow her to hold you. Beautiful. The dynamism, the provocation. Let's go ahead and tune in and ask for the message on that as well. I love this. So go ahead and take a moment to ask yourself, what is being provoked in you? Oftentimes we don't like to be provoked. We don't like to be poked. We don't like to have the things that we cover and tuck nicely under the covers and we leave there so that only we are the ones that know about it. And so when somebody else or something else, a circumstance comes up into our world and into our life and provokes and pokes at these little aspects of ourselves, that as they come up and as they are being poked, we can then see ourselves more clearly. That is where we find the dynamism. That's where we find the dynamics of our own inner workings. And for those of you that have been following me for a while, you know that I speak a lot about triggers. The triggers inside of these experiences, where you are provoked and where you are being triggered, really brings a whole different aspect and a whole different connection to how these things are moving and how they flow through your body. So when you find that you are being provoked and a different dynamic of your own personality is coming through, the dynamic that is, Steph, you said, my loyalty, trust, and belief in someone. The dynamics really here is that all of that can be a projection and is a projection. That your loyalty, trust, and belief is in yourself, right? It is in yourself. So when you're like, well, I can't trust that person, it's not even that you can't trust that person. It's that that person is lighting up a part of you. It's lighting up, it's triggering, it's provoking an aspect of you that is very similar to the characteristics that that person then has. And as that trigger is being ignited, as that trigger is being hit, then we start to see and we want to project. But the key here is that the dynamics is of our own inner workings. Our own inner working really has to do with how we relate to ourselves and what we have shoved under the covers or what we've shoved under the bed or what we've shoved under the rug, that we allow our noble friends, our people around us who provoke to get a reaction from us, that we offer our own sense of gratitude to and for them, that our own sense of gratitude to and for them is going to be able to set ourselves free because we thank them for provoking us. We thank them for showing us a dynamic inside of ourselves that we can either then shift or that we can either choose to continue to create, that we can choose to continue to feel and feed. And so when we do that, when we have these different aspects of ourselves that are all showing up and we have them and we see that inside of ourselves, then we then are holding the reins. We then are the ones that have the ability to then shift the dynamic of how we relate to circumstance in any and all ways. And once you shift that dynamic, you shift that dynamic. Once you consciously choose, I am going to choose to be in a different relationship to this provoking experience so that it doesn't happen again, so that it doesn't trigger you, so that it doesn't affect you as much. And again, it puts you back in the driver's seat. It puts you back in the reins of holding your own inner space. like for myself today, I thought that I was going to be home, but I'm here. I don't have my cards. I have these cards. It's all beautiful, right? So there's a lot of provoking that's going on for me to explore my own inner dynamics of how am I able to move and shift and groove, right? And so that right now is my real world application of this message that came through for us today. And I know that there are so many layers in this. If you did feel a resonance with this, I do encourage you, maybe even save this one and come back and watch it later on in the week, because there will be a lot of layers that are coming up. I feel like these cards have so much depth to them. They're not so concrete, and they're not so simple, and not so as direct as the other decks that I have used in the past. And so giving yourself that space and that time to be able to connect, let yourself feel, listen to it in a meditative space, and you'll have your own revelations. You'll have your own aha moments. You'll have your own connections and relations to the energy that came through here. So, beautiful, 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 my friends. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Really, truly, I am so deeply honored and blessed to be on this journey with you. As you know, the doors for the Earth Angels program are still open for the final and last time. So if you are feeling a call, if you would like to do, if you would like to help others, if you would like to work in a client-based business, if you would like to be able to host retreats, if you would like to be able to do things where you are leading others through the path of their own transformation in whatever way, shape, or form that looks for you and to you, please do reach out to me. Please do let me know. I would love, love, love to get a hold of you. I'd love to chat with you. I'd love to see more about what is going on in your world and how I might be able to support you in getting to the goals, the dreams, the visions that you've been seeing your whole life, stepping into the role that you know that you are meant to play, and being able to, again, see yourself more clearly by helping others. If that sounds like something you would want to do and you want to be in a year-long mastermind training, let me know. I would love, love, love to connect with you. Now, side note is that we also have a flash sale going on this Thursday and Friday, so keep an eye out for that. It's for How to Find Your Wings Part 3. If you're not already in the Intuitive Connection Academy, you'll have a chance to register, and we would love to see you. So it is on Saturday from 9 to noon Pacific Standard Time. It is a 3-hour virtual live stream event. So if you would like to be a part of that, keep following me, keep paying attention. You'll get the information. You'll get your chance to register. Hello, Miss Denise. So happy to see your smiley face there. Definitely go back and watch this one. It's a juicy one. All right, my sweet loves. I'll see you soon. Hopefully I'll see you on Saturday. And otherwise, I hope you have an absolutely blessed week. All right. Mwah. Ciao, ciao, my dear friends. I'll talk with you soon.